my loving friends. Please, before I'm sent off to bed, may I perform for you my newest poem of all, The Fourth Act by Pauline Johnson. That's me. Pine trees sobbing a weird unrest in saddened strains. Crows flying slowly into the west as daylight wanes. Breezes that die in a stifled breath. Oh, happy breezes embraced by death. Fir trees reaching into the sky in giant form. Lift me up with your arms that I may brave the storm. Oh, darling, unclasp your fair warm hand. 'Tis better I should misunderstand. Turn in pity those tender eyes away from me. The burning sorrow that in them lies is misery. Oh, gentlest pleader my life has known, goodbye. The night and I are alone.
Are you the child who is to entertain us this evening?
Oh, dance? Why, thank you. I would love to dance. Thank you. Watch out for my sister Eva, though. She bites. I'm 13, and I'm rather intelligent for my age. Well, goodbye, Mr. Bell. Thanks for the dance. I think we were rather good.
I wrote about so many feelings while I was in my canoe, just lazing along with the current. And later, when I began to perform my poems in the towns and cities of Ontario, I'd always hurry back home to rest and reflect at Chiefswood. And oh, the river runs swifter now. The eddies circle about my bow. Swirl, swirl as the ripples curl, in many a dangerous pool a-whirl. And forward far, the rapids roar, fretting their margins forevermore. Dash, dash with a mighty crash. They seethe and boil and bound and splash. Be strong, O paddle, be brave, canoe. The reckless wave you must plunge into. Reel, reel on her trembling keel, but never fear my craft will feel. We've raced the rapids, we're far ahead. The river slips through its silent bed. Sway, sway as the bubbles spray, and fall in tinkling tunes away. And up on the hills against the sky, a fir tree rocking its lullaby.
Swing, swings its emerald wings, swelling the song my paddle sings.
School children in Canada would learn that poem word for word. It sounded wonderful in their voices. That was the song my paddle sings. My Grandpa Smoke loved that one. My mother loved the words of Tennyson, Keats, Byron, and Browning. But my favorite was William Shakespeare, because he loved to write plays. My mother and I would act out the parts, and by the time I was 10, I knew I wanted to be an actress. Sometimes, though, I'd hum little tunes to myself while I was writing a poem, like this one, Marshlands. A thin, wet sky that yellows at the rim and meets with sun-lost lip the marsh's brim. The pools low-lying, dank with moss and mold, glint through their mildews like large cups of gold. This is a poem based on the battle at Cut Knife Creek during the Louis Riel Rebellion. My forest brave, my redskin love, farewell. We may not meet tomorrow, who can tell what mighty ills befall our little band, or what you'll suffer from the white man's hand. They are all young, and beautiful, and good. Curse to the war that drinks their harmless blood. Curse to the fate that brought them from the east to be our chiefs, to make our nation least, that breathes the air of this vast continent. Still, their new rule and counsel is well meant. Then go, strike for liberty and life, and bring back honor to your Indian wife. Your wife? Ah, what of that? Who prays for me? Therefore, take your tomahawk and go. My heart may break and burn into its core, but I am strong to bid you go to war. Yet stay. My heart is not the only one that grieves the loss of husband and of son. Think of the mothers over the inland seas. Think of the pale-faced maiden on her knees. Well, she never thinks of my wild aching breast. No praise for your dark face and eagle crest. Endangered by 1,000 rifle balls, my heart the target if my warrior falls. I hesitate no more. Go forth and win the glories of the war. Go forth nor bend to greed of white men's hands. By right, by birth, we Indians own these lands. Though starved, crushed, plundered lies our nation low. Perhaps the white man's God has willed it so. I must be doing something right, because last night I played a lumber camp where there were no seats. So some of the local jacks rallied round with planks and nails and built benches on the spot, then paid 2 bits apiece to sit on them. London, the height of the seas in London, I made my debut. Someone deduced with good reason my kind of poetry offered a novelty. Ladies and lords without numbering, though they were miles beyond me, managed to watch without slumbering Indian history, magic and mystery. Another town where I belong. A tall, shy financier, Charles Robert Lumley Drayton, presented his card and insisted he take us all to supper. Well, by the end of the evening, he had taken my heart as well. Although his work took him all over the West, I was soon rushing back to the East and glowing with delight because, with a tender kiss and a locket on a gold chain, he'd asked for my hand. When I flung open my dressing room door at his knock, I found him, hat in hand and sorely downcast. Where are your parents, Charles? Could they not come this evening? He shook his head. They came, and they went, Pauline. They said nothing to me, nothing. I must go, they're waiting for me. I'll speak to you soon. Tomorrow. I watched him walk away. His shoulders told me everything. I was not to their liking. Not a match for their son. My heart broke. A violent shiver ran through my bones, and for the first time in my life, I felt old. Terribly old. My book was finally printed, and amazingly soon was available in Canada, Great Britain, and the United States of America as well. Bookings came. I toured from the Maritimes to Victoria, was given awards from universities, was wined and dined and made to feel so very special, so very wanted. My mother was ill, Eva, always angry and growling at my wastefulness. Yes, I'm home, Eva. Yes, it's me, Eva. Who else did you think that it would be, Eva? And I brought you all the money I could save. No, I don't expect your praises at my grave. I am tired, and I want. Lord, do you do anything but taunt? Do anything but taunt? Grandpa Smoke. Oh, I feel you everywhere. Know how I know? I can smell your tobacco in the air. Tell me all you know about our people of the Grand. Stories from our past, laced with pride and pain, trembling here at have spoken in my dreams. You have smiled away my tears with wisdom born of love. You've helped me understand the eagle and the dove, the mystery of man. But now the darkness comes, the sky is turning gray. When my Creator comes, smoke, show me the way. And though I'll sorely miss this roller coaster ride, lead me to the sunshine on the other side. Lead me to the sunshine on the other side.
Yo, a fuego,